Okay, so look at Call of Duty Infinite Warfare at 21:9. Now with COD 4's remaster releasing at the same time, it's hard to find a reason to play this. And while some parts of it are decent, it is most definitely going to struggle to maintain my attention. Anyway, if you want to hear my full thoughts on the game, then check out my video on that, linked in the description, or just head over to my channel, because here we're going to cover the 21:9 support. So yes, it does natively support an ultra-wide view, and it supports a decent FOV slider as well, both in multiplayer and single player, in order to allow you to achieve the best possible view. However, that said, like is frequently the case, it is not really a large enough range to accommodate everyone. I'm personally running at the highest level, 120, and I'm not usually one for a very high FOV at all, so yeah, there's definitely going to be some people that are unhappy. It is, however, nice to see a campaign FOV slider, as usually that is omitted. The HUD, frustratingly, is stuck at 16:9, with the only exception really being the chat in online, so at least people screaming at each other will be kept to the side of the screen. Annoyingly, the crosshairs are stretched for all weapons, which I'm definitely not a fan of. Screen effects, like taking damage, do use the entire screen space correctly, though there is a weird effect where you have these blue rectangles flashing up over and over, which in itself is bloody annoying, but their design doesn't really suit 21:9 as they don't extend to the edges of the screen, instead just locking at 16:9, so yeah, doubly annoying. In-game menus are 16:9 with black bars. The campaign is full of CGI cutscenes, which are all stretched, which again I'm not a fan of, as it distorts the image so much. And the opening cutscene actually starts stretched, and then it jumps to 16:9 with black bars all around. So clearly the game can't make up its mind as to what to do. In-game cutscenes, which are brief moments, thankfully are ultra-wide, and pre-match cutscene video, so the bit that pans down to your character, this is 21:9. However, there are issues at times with this. Like you can see on screen, the right-hand side has a massive clipping issue. Furthermore, just before you start the play countdown, that weird video is stretched as well. When characters come to interact with your head in the campaign, their models glitch out, showing weird clipping issues, such as the way Jon Snow's fingers just disappear here. The main menu is 16:9 with black bars. Loading screens are usually stretched, but occasionally can switch to 16:9 with black bars. And yeah, like I said, the game just doesn't know what to do. Choosing loadouts in the campaign and the combat rig screen both feature, once again, lovely 16:9 screens with black bars. And when hacking into cyborgs to control them, their HUD is 16:9 with an awkward view of the world behind on the sides. When wearing a helmet, it stretches the sides to extend the texture over the 21:9 screen space. It is better than just cutting it off though. And finally, kill cams are 21:9, but again, the HUD is stuck at 16:9 and cuts off abruptly at 21:9's extra screen area. The multiplayer loadout selection is a mix of 21:9 and 16:9 with black bars, but the main thing here is that in the black barred moments, the gun model actually shifts to the right and disappears partially behind the right hand black bar. Christ, basically all the menus have a ton of 16:9 black barred moments and just some 21:9 moments sprinkled in. Zombies follows all these rules as well, opening with a 16:9 black barred cartoon. However, it does have a weird problem where a card of some kind is supposed to disappear from your vision on the right, but it actually just sticks half out on the screen. So yeah, clearly we shouldn't be seeing this as you wouldn't at 16:9, but because we can see this extra area, we can see where it's supposedly hidden. Admittedly though, when I was playing I didn't notice it, and it was only when I was checking through my recordings that I actually saw it, but yeah, nonetheless it does need to be fixed. And lastly, at the end of a zombies match, there are artsy rectangles at angles which are displayed fully. You're not supposed to see the edges, and so it looks weird at 21:9 because we're just seeing the stuff that just shouldn't be viewable. Yeah, it's not great. Performance-wise, wow, I thought COD 4's remaster had a weird issue, but this is just plain annoying. So first of all, the game is not overall well optimized. It's not terrible, but it does fluctuate a lot, and it is a pain. It also doesn't help that the graphics options are not massively extensive. But the thing that pisses me off the most is the graphics options menu. It's literally the worst possible way of laying out the options. You have to enter and exit lots of little menus in order to change each setting. It's just bloody stupid. And to make things worse, my mouse keeps being switched to for some reason at only these moments, and so it causes the movement with the gamepad, so when I'm trying to change a setting, to be interrupted continually as the focus jumps to where the mouse is pointing. It's really annoying and I can't find a way to stop it. Now the most problematic thing, so you've set your graphics options and you're trying to play, well, in the campaign, if you ever die, your FPS will drop massively. It'll just die. In my case, I fell from the 80s to 40s in the exact same scene, exact same graphics options, but I had just died, and it will not ever return to the levels it should be at until you quit and return to the main menu and then resume the game. Yeah, so every time you die, you must quit and return. It is bloody aggravating. And whilst this usually is only caused by dying, it actually seems to happen after massively intense moments as well. It just refuses to return to its correct FPS levels. I'll put 2 clips of the same moment in the game on screen so you can see what I mean. The only difference between the 2 clips is in the first, I had just died, but I hadn't restarted the game. And in the second, I had quit to the main menu and then returned to play. Can you see the FPS difference? Nothing's different, I haven't changed any of the graphics settings, I've literally just quit to the menus and then come back after dying. Okay, so yeah, this all should be fixed in a patch soon, but just how the game could have been released with such a glaring issue, I don't know, and it does make playing the campaign pretty annoying. Which is a shame because I am actually quite enjoying the campaign, something I don't usually say about COD. Overall, I'm going to give this a WideAsFcuk score of 2. Yes, it might get patched enough to get up to a 3, but I won't hold my breath for that. Honestly, I have quite a lot of mixed feelings about this game, and like I said, check out my video on my thoughts on it, linked in the description, or just head over to my channel page and it'll be there. But yeah, I can't at all recommend outright buying this. My confliction stems largely from the issue of being unable to acquire the COD 4 remaster without buying this game too. I really don't like that situation. Anyway, I hope that gives you some information on how the game runs at 21:9. Give this video a like if you found it helpful, and subscribe for future info. For any of the games at 21:9, head over to my channel. Hopefully I've covered it. If I haven't, then leave a comment down below and I'll try and cover it. And if you'd like to donate to the channel, the link's to my Patreon page in the description. See you later.
The enemy has captured the hard point.
Shooter by the charging station.
The enemy has captured the hard point. Your team captured the hard point. Hard point contested. Hard point contested. Hard point contested. Enemy UAV. UAV on standby. Hard point contested. Hardpoint contested. Scorchers loaded up. Enemy Scorchers, take cover.
How can I put this? Oh, hell no. That ain't like no bounce I've ever seen.
I see you've met our lovely Spaceland mascot, Bruce. Cool through the park and ripping arms and torso. I hope your first date is a good one.